Imagine cutting added sugar out of your life for the next 30 days. No soda, no candy, no desserts. Most people expect one thing to happen, but what actually happens is much more surprising.
Day 1 feels easy, until your brain starts asking for the habits you've repeated hundreds of times. Suddenly, that donut looks impossible to ignore.
By day 2 or 3, the cravings can hit hard. Not because your body needs sugar, but because your brain remembers exactly where it used to find it. For some people, the first few days feel strange. Energy may dip, focus may feel slower. Your body is adjusting to a completely different routine. Then something unexpected happens. You start reading labels, and suddenly sugar appears everywhere, places you never expected.
By the end of week 1, many people notice fewer hunger spikes. Instead of constantly searching for snacks, meals begin lasting longer.
That afternoon energy crash? For some people, it begins losing its grip. Energy starts feeling more stable. Something strange happens next. Fruit starts tasting sweeter, sometimes much sweeter than you remember. 2 weeks in, this is where many people say the challenge becomes easier. The cravings aren't gone, but they no longer control every decision. Some people report waking up feeling more refreshed. Not dramatically different, just more ready to start the day. Focus may start improving too. Tasks feel easier to complete, and mental fog begins fading into the background. Now comes the real test. Restaurants, birthdays, desserts everywhere. Can the challenge survive real life? The surprising part, the decision gets easier. Not because temptation disappears, because habits begin changing. By the middle of the month, many people describe their energy differently. Not higher, more stable, more reliable, less dependent on the next sweet snack. 15 days, halfway there. And now the biggest difference isn't physical, it's mental. You stop thinking about sugar all day long. By week 3, some people notice something unexpected. They sit down to work and stay focused longer. Fewer distractions, fewer cravings, and less time thinking about what to eat next. At the beginning, giving up sugary drinks felt impossible. Now, many people realize they barely think about them anymore. The habit that once felt automatic starts disappearing quietly. One habit often remains long after the challenge begins: reading labels. Because once you see how much sugar is added to everyday foods, it's difficult to ignore it. Remember those random snack cravings? The ones that appeared every afternoon? For many people, they're much less frequent now, and when they do appear, they're easier to ignore. Some people report another unexpected change. Exercise feels slightly easier, not because they became athletes overnight, but because their energy feels more steady throughout the day. 3 weeks completed. What felt difficult at first now feels normal, and that's when you realize something important. The challenge changed your habits.
The foods that once seemed boring now taste different, sweeter, more satisfying. Your taste buds have spent weeks adapting to less sugar.
3 weeks ago, this machine was impossible to ignore. Now, you barely look at it. Not because it changed, because you did. By now, many people notice healthier routines forming automatically. Better breakfasts, more water, more awareness, and fewer impulsive decisions. Only 5 days remain. The finish line is finally visible. But the biggest question hasn't been answered yet.
Was it worth it?
When people look back, they often notice something surprising. Not one dramatic change, many small ones. And together, they add up. Do cravings disappear forever? Not necessarily. But they're usually weaker, and they stop controlling every decision you make. Day 28, almost finished. And what once felt like a challenge now feels like a lifestyle. Tomorrow marks 30 full days. No added sugar, no shortcuts, no excuses. Just one final step. 30 days later, the biggest surprise isn't what disappeared from your diet, it's what replaced it. More awareness, better habits, smarter choices. Because real change rarely happens in a single moment.